Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Auctioneer Patrick, and it is fantastic to welcome the St. Francis Catholic School Gala and Auction is alive and happening, friends. It is so great to have everybody. As we get started, before I introduce our guest today, actually, I think I'm the guest. They're the host. Let me share a couple of things with you. I'd love to have you. Be sure to type in the chat, say hello. Let us know your connection to the school and the community, and we'd love to hear from you. Also, if you have any questions as we go through today's program, make sure you type them in the chat. We can see them, and we will answer them in real time. And then as a bonus incentive, because we love to interact with the audience, I want you to make sure anytime you type in the chat, you will be entered into a drawing to win a $25 Amazon gift card at the end of the program. So you cannot win if you're a voyeur and you're just watching. You've got to type in that chat room. So type it in there. We'd love to hear you say hello and tell us where you're coming in from. Could not be more happy to introduce the two ladies that are with me today. They are the rock stars of the St. Francis community, as far as I can tell. They are killing it. They've got a great committee, but they're doing fantastic. Please welcome our co-chairs for the gala, the amazing Beth Sparks and Nicole Miller. How are you?
Hi,
good.
We're tired. We're good. We're excited.
Tired and excited.
Tired?
Yes.
But, I will tell you this. The one great thing about having an online auction like we have now, and it starts so early, is that that's one thing that kind of runs itself over the next 8-9 days, right? So it's fantastic. Tell us about the big event. We've got a week of fundraising going.
Absolutely. We're super excited about our upcoming event at the Tualatin Country Club. We're sold out, so that's very exciting. We sold out pretty quickly, which was surprising and again exciting. We have some great sponsorship. I just want to take a minute to thank them. Our diamond sponsors, we've got OSI and ROC, that's Oregon Surgical Institute and Regenerative Orthopedic Center, and Langers. Those are our diamond sponsors. We've got a couple of platinum sponsors. We've got Team Schwab, Kai, and Lanphier. Our gold sponsors, Les Schwab, Oyetta Vineyards, and then bronze. We've got Wahlberg Aviation, Bittner Dentistry, and we've got Patrick Moore Insurance and Consulting. So want to thank our sponsors, and we're very excited to raise money to help the St. Francis School. Our goal is to make education possible for all of the students. And despite being sold out of auction tickets, we do have our online that's available to everyone. So we're really excited for people to engage today and participate through the online auction.
Absolutely.
Patrick, you want to share some details on how people can participate?
Absolutely. No, I would love to. I mean, this is just going to be fantastic. The community support, the fact you're sold out. How cool is that? You're moving to the new venue. It's fantastic. But let's just dive right into it. I want to remind everybody as they tune in, once again, drop a comment in there. Tell us hello. Don't just hide in the shadows of Facebook, right? Or on the website. Just type in a big hello to us. Let us know you're there. We'd love to say hello back, and feel free to ask any questions as we get going here. I'm going to kind of do the proverbial share screen here, and I'm going to start with, how do you get to our new auction website? And it could not be easier. In fact, for those of you who are with us right now, you already know this because you couldn't have gotten here otherwise. If you'll just go to the school's website at stfrancissherwood.org, you will quickly see that there is a drop down under auction for the auction website. And if you click right there on Octria, it'll take you to the auction website, which is where all the magic happens. And I want to let you know, as you see these little green boxes pop up on the website, does that get you ladies as excited as it does me? Do you know what they mean?
I saw them this morning. It is exciting.
Yeah. You've already received over $5,000 in bids since
Incredible.
we got kicked off about 8:30 this morning. So that is fantastic. So don't waste any time, friends. You need to get in there and start bidding to get those best prices while also still supporting the school and all of its students and staff. So once you land at the auction webpage, if you have already registered, and I want to make sure everybody understands that if you if you've made a donation through the website, if you have done any of those types of things, if you've bought tickets, that type of stuff, you might be already pre-registered. And if that's the case, when you get to the website, you will not see a register button. Okay. You will only see a sign in button. So if you are coming to the website for the first time, click on register and go ahead and fill out the information so that we can keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest. You are not required to put a credit card in initially, but if you start bidding, you will be required to put in a credit card. That only makes sense, right? So do that. And then when you complete that registration process, you will get an email from our friends at Octria that will ask you to confirm the email that you have given them. That just makes sure that you typed it in right. And if you don't get that confirmation email, just go back and re-register, right? But check your spam filter first. Sometimes those emails can end up in your spam. So once you're registered, if you're coming back to the site and you have already been here before, you'll see the sign in button. Just click on the sign in. It'll ask you for your name, your password, and you'll be all in. So I've already done that. I want to go to it, straight to it. The last thing I'll tell you is that as you register, or even if you have registered and haven't done this, I'm going to highly encourage you to download the Octria app. There's a link to it in both the email that we sent to everybody that was registered this morning. It's also in the registration email confirmation that you get after you register. And click on that and just connect to it. It will know that it is you, and it will make life so much easier for you bidding and following all of the action over the next several days, right? So, and folks, we've got an unbelievable online auction. And as Beth mentioned, you do not need one of those coveted tickets to bid in the online auction. Online auction is open to everyone, and it'll be available the next 9 days. I'm going to talk about that in a second. There are no barriers to entry. So all you got to do is register and start bidding. And speaking of starting bidding, we ended up with 114 packages, Beth and Nicole. Is that
That's
amazing or what?
awesome.
Yeah. No, the community really came together to put together all those packages for you. And then once you do that, the other great thing, and the reason you want to be on today with us, and the reason that you want to also start bidding today, is that all packages started at $10, which is a remarkable number, right? So if you're going to get the best deals, now is the time. So once you've registered, you come to the website, you'll see several buttons here that you can get involved. I'm going to click through each of these eventually, but I'm going to start with our online auction. And it explains right here that our online auction started today. It also tells you that it will continue until next Sunday, March 3rd. So the day after the big gathering event at Tualatin Country Club, the next day at 5 o'clock is when that will begin to close. I'll explain what begin to close means in a second, but you have plenty of time to bidding, but the best deals happen right now. So I'm gonna pick an item, something that you ladies do not want, because I don't want to competitively bid against you.
Anything cooking would be perfect.
You don't like to cook? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, so here's an air fryer and cutting board. Is this the famous air fryer that I'm thinking about?
Yeah.
It is the famous air fryer.
is
Okay, well, in
it.
that case, I'm gonna bid.
All right.
I'm not bidding against you.
Yeah. So here we go. Right when you click onto the item, the first thing that you'll notice is that it tells you bidding ends in 9 days on March 3rd. And it's going to say plus bid extension. Somebody turn that off, and I'm going to turn it back on here in just a few minutes. What that means, folks, is bidding will happen until 5 o'clock next Sunday on the 3rd. And if somebody bids on an item in the last 5 minutes of bidding, so from 4:55 p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m., if somebody takes a bid at that moment, what will happen is it will trigger a text and an email to the person who just got outbid. It will also extend the bidding another 5 minutes. Okay. That gives that person an opportunity to bid again. And so it really acts like a true auction from the standpoint that I don't say sold until the bidding stops. So don't be surprised if you thought you placed that bid at 459 and a half and you didn't capture it at 5 o'clock because it extended the bidding time, right? So that is always important to remember. The other thing that you're going to find here that's pretty straightforward is that you'll be told what the next bid must be at least. Okay. So the current bid's at 105 with Greg, and now the next bid needs to be at $115. Now, when I look at this package, Beth and Nicole, it's got a value of $349. I mean, that's an incredible value, right? And these are quality pieces. So I might think to myself, I'd spend $300 or $400 to support St. Francis School, but if I could get it for $115, that would be awesome, right?
Right.
Yeah, nod involved.
Yeah.
Okay, engage. And so what's cool about this is this button right here is automatically clicked on, but if it's not, click on it. It says places a proxy bid, and then it's got an explanation, but I'm going to give it to you. If I place a bid, let's say on this package of $200, because I know some people that would love this package, but if I can get it for $115, that's awesome. I'm going to click on it, make sure that that proxy bid is clicked. And what it's going to do is it's going to make me it's going to bid me the next bid. The current, I have the bid at 115, but as somebody bids against me, it will automatically increase my bid up to $200, right? So for those folks that are tuning in today and making their bids, I could not stress enough, make sure that that proxy bid's on there. Go through all the online packages, which includes some class showcases, some class art, all sorts of things in our online auction, over 114 packages. Place your proxy bids. And that's the way that you are going to get the best deals of the entire auction, is to make sure you place your proxy bids. And then the nice thing is you'll only get notified when you get outbid on your top amount, right? So as my bid gets increased because somebody else is going to want this incredible air fryer and cutting board, as they bid against me, until it reaches $200 or I get outbid, I won't be notified. I don't have to worry about it, right? So it's not like my phone's going to be going ding, 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 ding. Okay.
I think a lot of our people have gotten the hang of this already. I noticed on some of the products I was looking at, you're outbid.
Yeah. I hate it when that happens. Yeah. No, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's absolutely crazy to see what's going on. The other thing that I want to share with you here, which I think is really a unique feature of our software and is really powerful for the school community. Okay. And that is this feature up here at the top where we can share out items on our social media. We could share them out on emails and things like that. So what I always tell folks is, first and foremost, don't share the items you're bidding on. That would be not very smart, right? But when you're scanning through the catalog and you see items that you go, you know what? I know Beth doesn't like cooking, but Nicole does, right? So what we can do is we could share it out on Facebook, and we could tag Nicole, and hopefully she would see it and she would come and bid on it. So keep in mind, folks, they don't need a ticket to participate like you did in the old days at a silent auction at the event. Now anybody can participate. Of course, if we end up having to ship things, that's going to be the responsibility of the buyer, right? The shipping cost. But at the end of the day, let's expand the community that can support St. Francis School. That just makes sense. So all you do is click on the icon. It already knows who you are, and it will post just that item, which is really kind of cool. And then you can tag whoever you want and go ahead and post it, right? So be sure to share. You can also use a link. You can do it on Twitter, formerly Twitter, now X, I guess is the proper way to say that. You can share it all sorts of different ways, or you can just copy a link to the item. So make sure as you're perusing the items, when you see that item that you know somebody else might be really, really interested in, go ahead and share it out there on your social, and let's get them fired up. Is there any items in here, ladies, that you are not bidding on that you think we should share with the community that they would be excited about?
I think I already shared what I'm not bidding on. Nicole, what about you?
I've been bidding on a lot of things. Maybe I wouldn't do golf. So we could pick
Okay,
a
so
golf one.
let's do golf. If we type in golf, we've got quite a bit of stuff here, and you know,
That
you
top
can
golf
even,
one, I did
even
try
though
that
you're,
one. That one's
yeah,
exploding.
as it was going up and up and up. Yeah, the bid's
Yes.
already at 190. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
This is
that one I
fantastic.
did
But
try for.
yeah, that's how simple it is, folks. All you got to do, you know, you can click in a keyword. You can click in. You can even go over here under the show me, and it'll give you, if you're interested in sports, if you're interested in anything that you're interested in, it will populate, and you can kind of peruse those items that way. So the important thing is always, as I tell folks, bid fast and make sure you're bidding last if you want to win those items. So yeah, so that's a good way. Let's also talk about, we've got other things in the, you know, in our new format with the event being at Tualatin and already be sold out. We've put our classroom art for the most part online, correct?
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
glad
can
that we're
click on-
bringing that up because a lot of people are used to doing that in person. But this year you can do it. Everything except for 8th grade you can do online.
Yeah, yeah. So that should be fun. And you know, everything's starting at $10. They have not actually, we've got one. Second
Yeah.
grade
Grade's
is already
that's
bidding.
what I was going for, and it's been going like crazy.
Yeah.
Another
But
note on
there's
the
some,
art for those who are attending in person, we will have these items on site for everyone to be able to look at. And again, as Patrick mentioned, this online bidding will then go through Sunday, 5 o'clock. So if you see something on site, if you're at the auction and want to come back and bid, you can.
yeah, absolutely. And the nice thing, you know, the nice thing is that you don't have to bid during the event on these items, right? You can enjoy the incredible evening that you have planned for everybody, the live auction, the paddle race, all the different amenities. Just being in the room together, right, without children might be a positive. Big date night out for most, right? I hear. So, you know, fun to be with a bunch of adults having a good time. You don't have to bid, right? Because the online bidding will continue the next day. So, until 5 o'clock. So set that proxy bid high enough so you don't get that outbid during the main event. But all of them, like Beth said, with the exception, even though we have it displayed here, the 8th grade, you'll notice that you cannot bid on this. This will be part of the live auction
Correct.
on Saturday night. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. The other things I wanted to share with you, oh, you can always just go right up here. Actually, I'm going to go back because I want to look at our sign up parties because this is new too this year, right? And the past, you had to be at the in-person event to do the very ever popular sign up parties. And we're selling them online this year. So if you want to make sure that you get those spaces, I wouldn't wait till next Saturday night because chances are good they're going to be gone, right?
Right. And the unique thing about these is it's buy while they last, right? So there's only a certain amount of seats at each of the parties and you purchase them instantly. So it's not like the bidding process. The sign up parties, you're actually buying your ticket right now.
Yeah, exactly. So like when I think about this kindergarten Easter, you know, there's only 3 left, right? For this event. So you need to make sure there was 8 spots this morning at 8:30. Now there are 3. Okay. So another reason to go to the website as soon as possible and make sure you're signing up for all the different events. And this is you've got 7 great events here and everybody needs to go ahead and sign up. Mother's Day paint and sip. That sounds like a good time.
Right.
What's your favorite there, Beth?
Actually, that was something that I was eyeing for myself. The paint and sip, I've never done it before. So
Well, there's 20 left, Beth. So pick a couple of friends, make it a girls' afternoon or a friendly afternoon, and sign up for the Mother's Day paint and sip ASAP. It's a lot of acronyms there. The other one that I want to touch base that I think is great is that we're also previewing both our silent auction. We will have a paper bid sheet auction as a testimony to old school, right? The heritage and the history and the tradition of St. Francis. We are going to have a silent auction, but you can preview those items right now. And I think I'm going to have one of my team go in and bid for me because I want to ride to school with a police officer, Beth.
That's right. That's a big
You happen
deal.
to- yeah, that's
Hopefully
a
not
huge.
handcuffs.
Yeah. I'd like to ride in the front seat. Can I stay in the front seat? I don't want to go in the back seat, right?
We'll
I
see.
try to avoid the back seats. Okay. Another round of golf there at Tualatin for Nicole. That'll be awesome.
Right.
We've got a wine basket. We've got look at here, the luxury picnic basket caught my attention, right? Waterproof picnic glass blanket. Only in the Northwest would we have a waterproof picnic blanket, right? That's awesome. We got some cool things from both Central Catholic and Jesuit also, which I know is the next stepping stone from St. Francis.
Right.
So there's some
I think those
opportunities
8th grade
there.
parents will appreciate the tuition gift certificates.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if they can get a deal on it, right?
Right.
And then tell me about this handcrafted bench. I mean,
It's
I know there's
beautiful.
one in the
It is.
online,
It's
there's one in the
gorgeous.
silent, but these are really pictures just don't do it justice, do
No,
they?
they really don't. Yes, you're right. There's one online, one silent, and they're absolutely gorgeous, handmade, and just an incredible piece that yeah, this is a really unique one. This one right here is the three-legged bench, and
Right.
the other one it's got four legs, and it's just an absolutely beautiful piece of woodwork.
So the
Yeah.
gentleman that does the woodwork, he actually created the altar that's in St. Francis. Absolutely gorgeous hand-done altar. And so he has at least 4 pieces in our auction this year, but it's the same maker that did the benches, and there's a cutting board, and so there's a variety of options with his woodworking in the auction.
That's awesome. And that's available in our silent auction, folks. You can check it out on the website right now, but you will need to be in person to bid on that during the social hour, as it just says right here at the top of the page. So, yeah. And then that's, I was mentioning social media icons earlier. You can share out the entire event at the bottom of any page. So if you just wanted to promote that you're supporting the St. Francis School and the St. Francis Gala and Auction, this would be the place to do that. It'll create a post for you about the entire event. So that's fantastic. And then the last thing that I am excited to share with folks, actually I have 2 more things. The first one is the live auction preview. So many times you come to an event, you never know what's in the live auction until you get to your table, right? Not the case now. You can come to the live auction preview and bingo. You've got 10 packages that are pretty remarkable, don't you?
I'm excited about all of them, actually.
Could be an expensive night for the Millers.
I know.
No, this is awesome.
Pretty amazing.
And yeah, no, you've got which one are you well, tell me which one of your favorites.
I'll tell you that Wrigley Field one is one of my favorites, honestly, because it's a trip I wouldn't normally put together for myself. We have a dream of seeing all the classic baseball stadiums, and I think that's the perfect couples getaway, honestly. Go to a baseball game, stay in a nice hotel, have your free food and drinks, and it sounds.
And if you haven't been to Wrigleyville, as they call that back area back there, it is a special event. And I've been lucky enough. I produced an event in Chicago for several years and got to go a few times. And watching a game from a rooftop, you think about being on the outfield, but this is nostalgia at its finest. Wrigley Field, sitting on a rooftop with catered food and beverage, and being able to watch the game. You've got 2 nights stay at the Fairmont Chicago Millennium Park, which is a phenomenal property, right? I don't know how you put this together, but this is we've got to have some sports fans at St. Francis, and they better get their bid cards ready because this one's going to be hot and heavy. I would
If they're
suspect.
not, we've got a Mexico getaway. I think we should highlight that one.
Yeah.
That
one's pretty
high.
appealing as well.
I think we figured out what Beth's interested in. Yes.
Not cooking and sitting on the beach in Mexico.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
And
no, this
the
place
food's
is
pretty good.
beautiful. Yeah, Vedanta is just a gorgeous property.
Yeah, gorgeous property. And you get your choice of 5 of their different properties to hang out at. And this is for 7 nights. I think the important thing to really stress to folks here, Beth and Nicole, is that they have 2 years to travel, right? But their support of St. Francis by buying this package, the support will happen today, and they have 2 years to travel. There's no blackout dates on this package. It is an airfare only, or a lodging only package. There is no airfare. It's not all inclusive. I want to be really clear, but I'll tell you what, it's a phenomenal place. And I hear nothing but great things from the folks that have been there. I think you've been there, right, Beth?
I have, yes, the Puerto Vallarta one. It was
Puerto
beautiful. It
Vallarta.
had a pool on your private balcony, and you feel very fancy being there. I'll say that.
Let me ask you this. Did it rain while you were in Mexico?
Not once.
I always tell people it will be raining in Portland, Oregon when they are at sunny Mexico if they have bought it through an auction. That's just one of the rules.
I think I thought was cool about this trip too is you could do it as a couple's getaway, but this package also included if you had kids, you could do 2 kids 12 and under as well if you end up wanting it as a family trip too. So I thought that was a bonus depending on what your purpose of your trip was.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It is fantastic. So we're going to have a pretty incredible evening. I know we've got lots of activities that night also over at Tualatin Country Club. Beth, we've got a new venue. We've got all sorts of other things going on.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Tualatin Country Club is newly remodeled. It's a beautiful place. Hopefully it'll be sunny like the day when we toured it. It's just a very welcoming and it's a fun place to be. When you arrive, you can expect to be greeted, and we will have a cocktail area. We'll have a wine wall. We will have our photo booth that's set up and our silent auction items. And then we will transition to dinner and the live auction. And I do want to highlight that we have a special paddle bid raise, a special appeal for some security enhancements for our school. So again, stepping back, the overall auction, the whole purpose of us doing this is a fundraising event to help make quality education possible and affordable, and contribute to enrichment opportunities for the kiddos at the school. And funds that we raise will go towards our operating budget and tuition assistance. In addition, we're doing our paddle raise, and that will go towards some security measures to help make sure our kids have a safe place to learn. So just a few highlights. And lastly, I'll note that this auction is all about celebrating our alumni. They are a part of the history of our school and part of the student group that is the heart of St. Francis. So we're excited to celebrate our alumni.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add too that we hope that everybody shows up at 5:30.
Yes.
We have a short timeline. We have 45 minutes for you to get your drinks and see the silent auction items, and so we'd like you to be there at 5:30 and start the party.
Yeah. No, it's going to be fabulous. I mean, and you hit some good points there, Beth. I mean, part of the reason you're raising funds is part of it's tuition assistance, but it's keeping overall costs down. So everybody benefits from having access to this great Catholic education that's provided at St. Francis. So that is fantastic. I didn't get anybody to type in their comments, which is so disappointing because I usually love it when people give us comments, but they're too busy bidding is what I'm telling, because I'm watching the bids come in while we're on the air. They're at the website. They just don't want to hear us. They want to bid instead. So that is great.
That's
but
okay.
Works for us.
Yeah, doesn't bother me at all. So I'll let you ladies tee it up. I'm so sorry. I'm going to miss you. You're going to love Jill Marie. She will be there that night. She'll be in rare form and be your auctioneer that night. It'll be fantastic. But I will be living vicariously through you guys and rooting all you to have the best of success that night.
Well, thank you for setting us up for success. You've helped us tremendously getting us to today. So thank you for the 5,000 phone calls and emails and all of the
meetings.
Yes. So thank you.
It's all good. No, it's great. It's my honor to be a part of it. I believe in the Catholic schools. I believe in what you guys are doing at St. Francis. You have a incredibly dedicated community of volunteers. Everybody is doing their best and putting in lots of hours and money and everything else to make this supportive. So let's have a great show next Saturday night, and hopefully I'll be there in the future.
Yes, we hope so. Thanks.
All right. Thanks
Cheers.
everybody. If there's no questions, I'm going to turn us off, and you can catch the replay right on the website here in a few minutes. So have a great day, everybody. Remember, bid high and bid often to support
Right.
St. Francis School. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.